Momo, Mumbai Moms, and I'm live here. This is Kusum Kanwar. Yes, hi, hello, lovely. Yes, nice seeing you, Smriti. Jaspreet. Yes, hi, Bella. Lovely, great, absolutely wonderful seeing everyone here. Thank you, Unimo Universe of Moms. I'm excited to be here on this platform. I am Unimo. So I'd just like you all to tell me if I'm audible. Yes, Neetu, hi. Smriti, hello, KK, hi, hello, hello. I just breathe, Trupti, hi. Wonderful, wonderful seeing all of you all. Yes, I am audible. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Right. So I'm also, thank you. And I'm also waiting for Girija, our guest, to join in. Right. Hi, Sheetal. Hi, Nitish. Girija, yes. Right, Girija is here, so we can begin. And right, I'm really happy and thrilled to be with all of you on Instagram Live today. And my name is Kusum Kanwar. Presently, I'm the founder and MD KK Kids Learning Systems. I've got schools, Kangaroo Kids Kandivali running, and also the former Lukanwala preschool with me and a former Billabong High principal. And I call myself a self-confessed educational transformer. I'm a lifelong learner, like I'm learning today. This is my first Insta Live. So I also, ask you to pardon me in case there is, there are any technical glitches from my side. And so, like I say, I learn every day, passionately believing in the power of learning and bringing change. So accompanying real learning has been my prevailing aim. So I launched a new vertical as well and called Adapt Skills. So happy and thrilled, as I say, to be with all of you all. And so please bear with any technical glitches that I make. I'm sure all of you are well and everything at home is going fine. So thank you for taking time out to be with our mindfulness practitioner and expert for the day today. And I'm going to get Girija in. Girija. Hi, Girija. Can you join in? Yes, wonderful, wonderful. And look at that. And there she is. And so I'm sure all of
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well. Thank you so much. And so that's Girija Gopinath, our mindfulness practitioner and expert for the day today. And me also, I'm so proud to be with all of you all. We are all eager to learn and remain curious and motivated in such extraordinary times. And it's wonderful seeing all of you all here. Extraordinary times, like I say, need extraordinary measures, and the show is all about that. So my first expert guest is none other than Miss Girija Gopinath. Are you able to hear Girija? So she is an AGM in education. All right. So she is an AGM in education and skilling with Vibgyor Group of Schools. She is a mindfulness practitioner. That's the most important thing. And that's why she's on the show with us. And thank you and welcome, Girija, to the Unimo Universe of Moms and to the ABC of Mindfulness. Hi, Girija. Can you say hello to everyone?
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Great. So just to start with, let me share a fable with all of you. For stories are base of celebrating messages. So I'm going to talk about these two monks, that is Yes Me and No Me. So they're returning back to the monastery after a day of teaching in a nearby village. And they were just about to cross the river when they hear the woman crying, and let's call her Why Me. All right. So yes, me walks up to her and asks her, what happened, Why Me? What's troubling you? So Why Me needed to get back to her home and to her toddler living in the village across the river. Since the river had risen that day, and so she was feeling miserable because she was a little one and she couldn't cross that, rising river. She said, she was crying because she couldn't get back to her child, and her child would cry for her all night. So now, hearing her, Yasmi volunteers to help her. He carries her across the river and drops her on the other side. And then both the monks, that's Yasmi and Nomi, and they continue with their walk. Now, about half an hour into the walk, Nomi is very, very agitated. And in a very agitated tone, he says, Yasmi, do you know what you've done? So Yasmi looks at Nomi inquiringly, and he asks, what? He says. Nomi sternly says, our master said never to look at a woman, and you spoke to Why Me? Our master said never to speak to a woman, and you touched her. Our master said never to touch a woman, and you carried her. So Yasmi looks at him, at Nomi very calmly and says, yes, that's true. And Nomi, I've dropped that woman about half an hour back. Nomi, it is you who still carry her. Now let's come back to Girija, and in the meanwhile, all of you can message as well. What do you think of this story? So, Girija, in this fable, what do you think went right? What will you say is the learning and message here for all of us from Yes Me, No Me, and Why Me? Girija, you can hear?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right.
Yes.
So,
So we were talking about the Yes Me, No Me, and Why Me. So now, we want to hear from you. What would you say is the learning and message here for all of us? From Yes Me, from No Me, and from Why Me?
okay. So, so in this particular instance, the way I analyze Yasmi's behavior pattern, I would say he is self-aware. He is present in the moment, focused on the needs of what need to be done at the very moment. Very, very clear and decisive in his approach to the problem that is there in front of him.
Right.
Quite observant, and having played his role to the required format, he exited from the room and continued his journey without much ado. So I would say Yasmi was quite mindful in the way he approached and managed a life situation. If I have to correlate this to a new age skill for our children, I would say he was spot on with skills.
Right.
So
he was spot on with his me and we skills, right?
Right.
All right.
Right. With skills, here he was presence of mind. So it's all about how he's managing himself. And we is about other focus on another person, what that person or the lady was going through, and intend to offer a solution that put her emotions to rest, calm her. So a kind of a helpful nature without thinking much of the personal benefits. So he had this combination of managing himself, managing the situation, and also understanding what the other person is through.
All right. Yes, that's thank you, Girija. That's excellent. So we get from no me, yes me, and the wise and why me, the me plus we skills. That's me being self-aware and presence of mind. So we is the focus, as I understand, and understanding what the mommy, that's why me, was going through, and the intent to offer a solution so that her emotions, are taken care of, because she was crying because she couldn't reach her toddler. So being mindful of the situation, and that's what Yasmi did, and I love that. So my question to you further on, Grija, is how do you teach children these we plus me skills?
So actually, it's really very simple. We and me is something that we all know about. It is something that we inculcate right from the time we're born. With our children, with ourselves, with others, because somewhere in our heart there is kindness. So just I feel if we are just able to adopt a mindful living and practice mindfulness in our day-to-day life, we should be able to teach our children these skills, which is very, very critical for our life today.
Wow, that's really wonderful. So applicable in in the day-to-day life. Today, at least in the scenario. So, what is mindfulness? What is this mindfulness? There's so much talk about meditation and breathing techniques. Is it that?
So mindfulness is much, much beyond it. Let me just tell you in a very simple layman language what mindfulness is. It's nothing but paying attention to what is happening in the present moment. Yeah, so we are not there and we are not somewhere, but yeah, we are here and we are in the now. So at the same time, we're also understanding what is happening in our brain, in our mind, what our body is going through, what's the environment around us, and with an attitude of curiosity. So when we're talking about curiosity, we're talking about an openness of mind, and also not trying to be judgmental, about the situation, the scenario, or the person, and also having a heart of kindness and compassion. So this is what mindfulness is about. uh, a lot of people talk about mindfulness as meditation. Meditation is, one part of mindfulness. Breathing is part of my meditation. These are critical, to our day-to-day life. However, it's not some mindfulness is not some new age voodoo. You do some magic, you just have a magic wand, and then
Right. Yes.
every single thing will be all right in a jiffy, in a moment. No, it's a very simple discipline of being aware of our mind, of our body, of the environment, and it's much beyond meditation. So when I'm saying it's much beyond meditation, it's about managing ourselves. It's regulating our emotions. It's regulating of our entire self, and it's a research-based science. It's a science. So scientists today are studying about the brain and the working of the brain, and finding more and more on the impact of mindfulness on the human brain. And there's a whole lot of neuroscience behind this brain development.
Wow.
If I want to say some of the benefits of practicing mindfulness, then I would say it increases our attention. It makes us more focused in life. It improves our health because we are regulating our emotions, right? So there is
Right.
no reactions that is happening in the brain. We are more aware. We believe in taking care of self, because only then can we take care of others. We are a lot more connected to others because we're not judgmental about the time, scenario, situation, people.
Right.
Uh, and when we are connected to others, we are more happy. It brings about, it boosts resilience and improves immunity, today's time stress relief,
Right.
and teaches a lot of coping mechanisms. Need I say more why mindfulness is important in our life?
Not really. So simply put, it's a simple discipline of awareness of, mind, body, and the environment. It's about managing self-regulation and emotional regulation. How I love that. And most importantly, it's research-based science. So, so mindfulness helps us in increase attention, most of us would love that. A sharper focus, better health, awareness, what you said, and self care, feeling connected and happy. It improves resilience. What more do we want? Increases immunity in such times and coping mechanisms. Wow. The importance of mindfulness in our everyday lives, especially in times like these. Thank you so much, Girija. And how can we instill in young minds when children and adults have difficulty adopting with being mindful?
So it all starts in the home. It all starts with the parents. It all starts
Mm,
with well-meaning adults. Uh,
mm,
we can all live a very mindful life. One
mm,
of the most important thing in living a mindful life is about setting a routine. Even children feel
mm,
stabilized when there is a routine,
mm,
so they know exactly how the pattern of the day would be. So one
mm,
of the thing, we should have a time to rise and shine, and we should have a time to go to bed. Very, very important. There is no need for any of us to rush through life. We
right.
need to feel. Similarly, when we are eating food today, the most,
Mm,
the habit that is happening around every home is watching TV or watching Netflix and then having food, or else talking and having food.
mm,
Maybe we can try and do one thing at a time. When we are having food, maybe we can have that family time, get together on the table, just switch off our phones, put away technologies, have a quiet time, enjoy the food that is offered, feel the
right.
food, taste the food with all our senses. Makes a huge difference. We can also these days it's all work from home, study from home, so it's all about technology. Do we want so much of technology? Technology is
Right.
important, but it's not required
Mm,
24/7. Do we want to give a
mm,
break to our brain and our body from that technology and maybe connect with the
mm,
people within our home? Connect,
mm,
bond, understand what's going on in each other's life. uh, Spend time with nature. Nature is such a refresher. We can teach
mm,
children so much by spending time with nature and universe. Just doing nothing sometimes and just being there. Walking around,
mm,
watching the trees, the leaves, the flowers, the bees. Uh, it makes so much of a difference. A lot of time we feel so good when we go on a holiday. Why do we do that? Because we're not carrying a baggage of technology, work, and that is something we can bring even in our home. We
wow.
can do that. We don't need to really wait for a holiday to feel good. Mindful walking, when we are
Mm,
walking, doing a walking, or walking around in the nature, maybe we can
mm,
just observe what's going on around us. A lot of time we just walk for the
mm,
sake of walking and don't really absorb the atmosphere. We can just look at the sky, the birds flying, the beautiful green trees. I mean, there's so much nature has to offer. Feel the grass sometimes. I mean, go barefoot, feel the
mm.
grass, touch the plants, touch the leaves.
Wow.
Why hustle? There are so many things that life has to offer. Why do we really want to rush through life so much?
Fantastic. Fantastic. So thank you so much. Great nuggets. Setting up a routine, how simple it looks, and it's not very difficult. And which is very, very critical for young children. And only if we embody it ourselves as adults, we can role model it for our children. Mindful eating. Wow, no phones or watching TV during meal times. Only family around and talking. So a time of no technology in that hour, just family, lots of talking, laughing, and bonding. Mindful walking, as you said, feel the earth, the grass, the wind on your face, the rustle of the leaves on, under your feet. Don't carry iPods, for your walks, and unhustle, don't rush things. Just slow and steady, one task at a time. We're all on a holiday all together, as a family now. So I love this bit, just spend doing nothing. I need to practice this too. So, mommies, if you have your questions and your comments, please start posting. In the meanwhile, I'd like to ask Girija, what can we then say that mindfulness will inculcate in children? New skills required to steer us in the new world, the post pandemic?
Yeah, surely it will build them up for life to come. We've all heard about IQ. We all know about IQ, and IQ is critical, no doubt, because it helps us get our job, be employed, be out there. It's a norm. It's a basic requirement. However, for life success, which I believe is what everybody, every human being is looking at, all parents are looking at for their children. So for life success, it's a combination of a hard and soft skill that makes all the difference. So while we all have IQ, no doubt about it, we just need to develop it to a certain level. I would also talk about the flip of IQ, which is, QI or key skills. It's actually a key to our life. So a combination of IQ and QI, that's what I call the brilliance of the brain. And yes, before you even ask me, can this be developed? Yes, it can be developed by each one of us. It can be enhanced, it can be honed.
Right.
So while hard skills are business management skills, key skills are self-management skills. And these are something that is absolutely critical to our success. If you want to now take me through what the key skills are. So one is, how do I manage self? So the me part of the key. So, self-awareness, self-control, along with focus and attention, logic. Me skills allows us to be in control of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. How are we able to manage our emotions? Are we able to regulate ourselves? Impulse management. Today, a lot of people are so impulsive because of the environment that we are in. Do we have the ability to resist our impulses? These are called executive functions of the brain, and these can very much be developed if we just go about a little bit of calm, one thing at a time. It's very, very important today to have a control over self. You can't have control over others. You can't have control over the environment. You can't have control over the situation. So what is that one thing you can actually control? Your brain, the way it functions. Such a beautiful thing that we have in the body. And we do have the capability to do that. And that's the reason we should develop, tools to ensure that we have the capability to manage our brain. The second part of the key skills is the we skills. When I'm talking about we, I'm talking about communication. The way we connect to others is through communication. So how do we talk to others? How do we talk to ourselves? Are we able to collaborate? Are we able to get along with others in a manner that we can get things done? Can we do teamwork? Do we have the capability of working with others, alongside others? Do we have the capability to take others along with us? Do we have empathy? Do we have compassion? Are we able to listen to people actively? Be really, really there, understand what that other person is trying to do and not trying to say as well. Can we understand other people's perspective just besides our own as well? So while we all know how to read, do we have the capability to read the other person? That makes such a whole lot of difference. So how do we collaborate and get things done with others on the same sandbox? Yeah. So a combination of the me part and the combination of the we part, both this put together is what is called emotional intelligence. So what exactly is, emotional intelligence? Understanding what is happening to me, because we spoke about the brain, about the body, understanding what's going on in the environment. So what's happening to me? What's happening to the other person? What is happening in this environment that I'm operating? Am I able to, decipher it? How am I, my behavior, impacting the other person in this particular environment? How do I manage the situation? So these are very, very critical skills in today's world that will take us to success and connecting to people, which, obviously is the key to everything.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this combination of me plus we, and that is called emotional intelligence. So, what's happening to me? What's happening to others around me? What is happening in the environment, and how am I impacting others in a certain environment? So, probably, is there an example that we can give Girija here? I mean, say, what's happening to me in this situation, in the times that we live in right now?
Okay, so today we all know what the situation is around us, right?
Mhm, mhm,
It's not very good. But do we really have to transfer, this on the other person?
mhm,
Can
mhm.
we just be calm and manage it within ourselves? Because we all know that towards the end of it there is light. We all
Right.
know that we will pass through this because we have gone through a lot. This earth has gone through a lot. The universe has gone through a lot. We as people have gone through a lot, and we have come out of it, and we will come out of
Mhm,
it. So
absolutely.
this is a period. How do we manage this period? How do we manage our emotions?
Mhm,
How do we manage others around us? What are we
absolutely.
transferring to others? Are we transferring fear? Do we really need to
Mhm,
transfer that fear? Can we
mhm,
be just calm? Can we stay calm? All that can happen if we self regulate ourselves. And that is what
absolutely.
is required today. Uh, you know, uh, don't create unnecessary, uh, I mean, don't mess up the
The
calm.
panic. Yeah.
Uh, be the calm. Don't create a panic situation. Now, don't pass on information that is not real. Check. Please do
Mhm.
not assume. Verify your facts, verify your data. These are very, very important uh, as a responsible individual.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much. So, it means, teaching children best values because, we are embodying it ourselves. So, our pre-COVID education system has already had a huge shake. Now, the children need skills that will get them ready to brace the future. We teach them math, we do science, we do literature. So, can I ask you something here? Are we teaching or are we taught to be human beings? And this is what social emotional learning does. That's a we and a me, we skills together, emotional intelligence. It teaches us and children to be human beings first. It means teaching children the best values for a happy life. And so, as Girija mentioned, the combination of we and me skills is called emotional intelligence. So, Girija, in times like this when we are all home, what three tips can we as mommies take away from here?
I would tell all the parents that let's teach our children to maximize their potential.
Mhm,
It's not about possession. It's not about holding. It's not about things. It's about
mhm,
how do we cultivate in children potential to go ahead. Um, Cultivate in children a sense of purpose and passion. Don't subject them to unnecessary pressure. It's not required. The world is
mhm,
already full of pressure. Yeah. So let them have a purpose in life. Let them be passionate about something and let them follow that passion. Uh, Let us bring our children to be caring,
mhm,
responsible adults.
mhm.
And let's really start this early in life
Right.
because it's all possible.
Absolutely.
And and I'm sure parents can contribute in a big way
Mhm,
towards this, and this can be carried
mhm.
forward by educationists in school, which I'm sure it's already happening.
Thank you so much. So simple yet so profound. Three tips, the me plus we skills, and our golden nuggets on setting up routines for the day to day living. Now, mindfulness is being self aware, being present in the moment, and focus on what needs to be done at the moment. Not the past, not the future, but what at the moment. So, thank you so much, Girija Gopinath, for being with us today. You have given us so much to be mindful of. So, parents as and mommies, as we wrap up, to post your comments and questions, and we will answer them all. We'll take some time and we'll answer all your questions. So let's be mindful that it all starts at home, with us at home, and significant others and caregivers in a child's life who make a huge impact. Then it's extended to us in schools and teachers and the communities that we live in. So, as we say, it takes a village to raise a child, and it's time for all of us to get together and do that. So, as we leave you today, most importantly, stay safe, wear a mask. If you do it, your children will do it. Importantly, we need to take care of their emotions. We all are online in the work from home mode. However, let's take those few seconds for a quick hug and blow a kiss to them in between. All organizations understand that. And when we take these 3-second breaks, and, it's okay. We will meet again and we'll continue getting you more on these we plus me skills, and added to it are the why and the will and what if skills as well. So stay tuned next Thursday on the 20th May at 5 p.m. with Kusum Kanwar as your host, and I am Unimo. So thank you, Unimo, Universe of Moms, world's largest community of moms. Thank you, Girija, so much. And as I sign off, please reflect. It's an 89-year-old grandfather's wish for his grandchildren. You might think he wished them successful career and great health, great education, maybe even riches, but no. His response was, I want them to be able to get up each time they fall down. Isn't that what we want for our children? The strength of character, the skill for resilience, a warm toughness. Sadly, we don't see it much. Some may lack fortitude, some are maybe insecure, some bully their peers, and still many may seem paralyzed by their own fears and evidently stand by indifferently to the wrongdoings. We all are providing conscious and academic nourishment both in homes and schools, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Now, take the case of prevailing times. Are the parents and are we as parents of preschools, primary, middle, and high schools worried about our children missing out on the academic nurturing and not the emotional skills? Think about it, right? And so we are open to questions. Let's see if you'll have some questions before we let Girija leave. Can we have a few questions if there are? Okay, I think I can see some question here. I think, yeah. So Neha says, at times it's not easy to verify what to do then. Won't assumptions come in? So Neha, at times it's not easy to verify what to do then. Won't assumptions come in picture? Girija, would you like to take that question?
I didn't get you. If you could repeat that, sorry.
So it is not easy to verify, right? What to do then? Won't assumptions come in picture?
Yeah, so if we're talking about the information flow, if it's not easy to verify, it's all right.
Right.
Actually, it is easy to verify in the digital age, but if it's
Right.
not, it's all right. Let's not pass on the wrong information. Let's just hold it with ourselves.
So like we say in early childhood that in our association, let the finger linger, right? So we, we wait or we verify the information ourselves and then we forward it. Only if we know that the information is right. So I hope, Neha, I've been able to, we've been able to answer your question. And Neha asks how to inculcate sense of purpose in our children.
How to inculcate a sense of purpose in our children.
Purpose, yes, yes.
Now, if we as parents have a purpose, I'm sure we will know how we inculcate a purpose in our children. When we see passion in our children, a child is always passionate about something or the other. It is on the parents to understand what the child is passionate about, and then show him the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so it's all about about the purpose is being mindful about about what is the purpose actually, where are we going, what are we doing. So it's very, very important.
Why are we doing what we do?
Yes, why are we doing? Yeah, or why are we doing what we are doing? So it's so important, so important. So any more questions, Neha and everyone else? Smriti, can I see you? Yes, any questions before we can say bye-bye to you all and come back next week to you again? You can still keep posting questions to us, and we will be, I think there could be a platform where, if you get your questions later, we can ask the expert even, to answer all these questions. Is that all right? Okay, so thank you so much, and thank you everyone. All I would say is keep the me and the we skills in mind. That's what makes it emotional intelligence. Keep the schedules on time, and wear a mask. Stay safe. Stay at home. Thank you very much, and bye bye.
Thank you, Kusum. Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
So Bela, I just need to ask you, where do I? Which button do I press for saving it? If you can just type in. So IGTV is the plus button. So it says end live video. So I end the live video.